up guys, Tim Wilson from Tim Wilson UK here, and welcome back to another live stream. This is, or for some of you it's going to be a live stream, for others that are going to be watching this on YouTube after the fact, it's not going to be so live. It is a bank holiday Monday, it is a lovely morning, it is about 9 AM in the morning, so it's still pretty early. I would imagine that people in UK and Europe may not very well be up, being a bank holiday Monday, but there are going to be other people around the world that may very well get up and watch this live. Just want to make sure that the stream is all working correctly, so just give me 1 second guys. Yeah, I think we're all good. I think we are all good. Yeah, we're all good, and I can also see the chat. So we are all rocking and rolling here. So, off the back of a video that I did recently, some people have been commenting saying that there's been some kind of a competition, and I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called. Let me have a quick look. In fact, I don't think I can have a... here we go. It's the Design Challenge series, and I think it's been run on TGC Tours, where people have to create a specific course based on a region or a place in the world. And Stay Puffed, he just dropped a comment in my YouTube channel and said, can you play my course? And his was the Silverback at Congo. And I was completely oblivious to this design challenge, and I didn't realize that that was his entry into the design challenge. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I would go in and I would have a look at some other courses that people had created and play one of these courses today. So the one that sort of jumped out at me was, I mean, because there are a lot, I mean there are probably 20-25 entries into this competition, so I'm probably going to be playing a few of these, but today I am going to be playing an entry, and I know I definitely haven't played this course. It is one by Jacob Kessler. It is Japan, and it is Usui Ogawa Golf Club. So that's the one that I'm going to be playing. For those of you, if there is anybody in the live stream at the moment, if you want to let me know whether the sound's okay, whether you guys can hear me, that would be great. While I just look for this course. Now it'd be pretty good to actually go through this list of courses, because anybody that's got some real course credibility or course creation credibility is going to have entered this course. I mean, Crazy Canuck has entered this, and I know I've played his Jumeirah course, so I would imagine that there's going to be some really, really good creations in here. So this is what I'm looking for. Usui Ogawa. There we go. You'll see it come up on the screen. Just going to press search. Alright, 4 stars. Usui Ogawa Golf Club. N2J. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. N to J. Medium fast, normal. Let's jump into it and have a look at the details. There we go. So normal fairways, firm greens, and medium fast green speed. Let's press new round. And if there is anybody that is online at the moment that wants to jump into this round and you are on my friends list, then feel free to do so. You'll pop up on the screen. That's perfectly fine. Let's go for the white tees, as always, the furthest tees. And let's choose... Let's go pin set 3 for a change. I haven't played pin set 3 in a while, so let's begin this round. Morning, Tom. How are you, fella? Welcome along. Tom, just because you've actually dropped a message into the chat, can you hear me okay? Is the volume alright? Is the chat okay? So as I say, there's 25 courses in this competition. It's probably 20-25 courses. I haven't counted the exact number. But seeing that there's that many, it would be rude not to play all of them. Alright, Tom, great, thank you very much, thanks for that. Alright, so it sounds like the sound is all good. We've got some really sort of Japanese inspired bridges going on there, so let's get this round underway. I mean, we've got a great looking opening hole. I do like these ones where you have, you know, the sun way up high, but you've got this real sort of haze hanging over the course. So yeah, looking forward to playing this one a lot. Let's just hope my game does it justice. Good start. Good start. Hopefully the camber on that fairway will bring it a little round to the left. Yeah, that's okay. 317 yards, safely in the fairway. Yeah, and you see, this is the thing. I mean, Tom's just written in the chat. Yeah, I know you guys can't all see the chat. He's written lovely vistas. So off to the right, you've got that hazy view, but on the left-hand side here, we've got these real sort of crisp, clean views. So it is really well created, and that is a low-lying green. I mean, that is barely above water level there. 213 yards. Let's call it 210. 2.6 with the change in elevation, so the club is correct. I'm a little bit worried about going into this green. It's a par 5. So I don't need to be brave about it. I could lay up. But anybody that knows me knows that being brave is right up my street. I am going to always go for it. And good thing it actually did hit that rough, because I think that would have bounded on quite some distance if it hadn't. So the rough took some pace off of it and it slowed up nicely. So we've got a 15-foot putt for eagle on the opening hole. Greens are fast. Let's have a quick look. 165, medium fast. So not stupidly quick. See if we can just get this down towards the hole. Ooh, just should have allowed a little more, and it would have trickled down nicely to the hole. But that should be what I like to call a kick-in birdie, and we're off to a great start. Alright, hole number 2, par 3. 180 yards on the scorecards, playing 173, so pin must be in the front. It is. Excuse me, I do have a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. Playing about 167, so the club's right, but we've got a 9-mile-an-hour headwind, so I need to take that into consideration. A little bit fast on the backswing, just got to hope I've got the legs to get there. It looks like it's coming up short, and it's in the water. So not a great shot on hole number 2. So after getting a birdie on hole number 1, I have completely nightmared the second one. And it's fast on the downswing this time, so I could be in trouble again here. No, managed to keep that one dry. Wow, that was not a very well played par 3. I've got to get this for a bogey, so I'm going to hand that shot back I got on the first hole without a doubt. It's how many shots I'm going to give back now. Right, so it's trickled past a little bit. So that was for bogey. This is for double. So we get a double bogey. So we've now gone from -1 to +1 in one foul swoop. Right. 449, par 4. Stroke index 5. That's a better strike. That should be in the middle of the fairway. Really want to try and get as far right as possible here, just to try and open that green up a little bit. Ah, good evening, Mr. Jamie Rocks. How are you, fella? Long time no speak. Welcome along. 176, 173 is playing about 181. So that club is going to be right. It looks like it's heading back a little, so I'm going to allow for that. Better strike after that debacle on hole number 2. That was a much better strike. Should get a little bit of run out here. Did get a bit of run out. It's kicked to the right, but it shouldn't roll too far. Oh, it has. It's just caught the slope now. That's going to come all the way back down now. Ah, thanks, Jamie. It is good to be live streaming. I enjoyed it so much the last time I did it that I thought, you know what? It's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK. It's still early. Let's jump on here, do a live stream. Probably not going to get an incredible amount of people tuning in to watch because it's still quite early here in the UK. It's just turned 9 AM. But people will no doubt watch on YouTube after the fact, so that's good. Little bit uphill, so there we go. Pace just taken out of it by the slope. It's a tricky little course, this. Tricky little course, 10 mile an hour wind. It's going to... it's not giving a headache, but it is tricky. Ah, Daren. Based off of your list you provided me, this is one of the courses from the Design Challenge series. This is Usui Ogawa Golf Club. This was Jacob Kessler's entry, and this is the Japan course. So thank you very much for that list. This is exactly why I'm doing this, because Daren very kindly provided me with a list, or a link to the list of all the courses that were going to be available, or that were entered into the competition. This is, since playing the one that Stay Puft did, the Silverback, this is the first one that I played. So this is what I'm aiming to do. I'm probably going to live stream a little bit this morning, do this course, and I may do another one a little bit later today. But I'll definitely be doing one probably daily for the next week or so, just to try and get some under my belt. But as I was saying a little bit earlier before you came online, there's not going to be a bad course, which is a good thing. I mean, these are all going to be good courses because these guys are talented creators. So I'm looking forward to the... it's not really a series, it's just me playing through the courses. I'm not sort of reviewing them or analysing them, but I do appreciate the fact that they are very, very good courses. I am doing this course. Depending on how long this takes me, Jamie, I may do another one afterwards, but I'll be definitely back on later, and that is probably 4 or 5 PM UK time to chuck another one out as well. All right, let's get this shot played. 205, 9 mile an hour wind. Now, I'm in between clubs here, I think, a little bit. Ah, Lee, how you doing, fella? I just sent you a message on your channel, mate, so... let me know how you want to respond to that, because I'm definitely up for playing around on Rory McIlroy as well. And maybe if you've got time, we could do that after this. But I don't know whether you're just on viewing this morning or whether you're on and up for playing. Right, this is stroke index 1. I've got to be a little bit careful because this one is going to be tough. Right, let's tap this in for a par. Right, let's have a sip of coffee while we move to the next hole. Right, so that double bogey on 2 has really put a bit of a dampener, and this is what I was saying on that first hole. When you're looking into the sun, you get this really sort of misty, hazy glare, and I really like that. I love that look, that feel to the hole. It's really cool. Right, we've got a bit of downhill now. Let's see if we can bomb this past that tree. Of all the trees in all the fairways, right in the middle, that's quite fortunate because I saw that come to rest underneath the tree in the rough, but that's put me in the fairway, so that is interesting. Right, let's just read what Lee says. Morning guys, I'm up for playing later on today. Just going to enjoy your stream, then head out coaching for a bit. Yeah, that's cool, Lee. I'd be up for that because I was planning on coming on later to record another video. So it might be worth, if the guys want to see that, you know, we can live stream around on Rory McIlroy. Not, you know, I don't mind what we play or how we play, but yeah, if you're up for that, let me know what time you'll be on, and I'll make sure that I'm around, fella. Yeah, that was definitely a members bounce. I'll 100% agree with that. And that I just took too much off of that. I just kept flicking that that stick to add extra loft onto that, and it just didn't. I should just have left it as it was. Alright, that came out okay. So if anyone wants to tune in a little bit later, I'm just waiting for Lee to tell me when it's going to be convenient for him, but we will be on playing some Rory McIlroy head-to-head. I'm not sure what format. We may play some stroke play. The benefit of stroke play is you guys get to see all 18 holes. If we play match play, Lee would probably destroy me at the moment. He has played a little bit of the Rory McIlroy game of late. If you've checked out his YouTube channel, early-1981, if anybody wants to have a look. He has played a little bit of that. He did play against Phil in Forza the other day. So he's got his eye back in the game, which is always good. Tom, you've hit the nail on the head, my friend. The multiplayer in Rory McIlroy. I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, EA Sports, they capitalise on downloadable content and in-game purchases and stuff like that. I get that. We would not be playing that game other than the fact that its multiplayer is leaps and bounds better than the golf club. And I said this over and over again. You know, if TGC HB Studios could get that sorted out, this game would be an absolute peach. But it's just a great multiplayer experience. It always has been, even from the days when we were playing in the Tiger Woods series. So if you guys want to join us later, Lee has just written there 5 PM. So 5 PM we'll be on. We will be playing head-to-head. We will choose the format probably in-game. I'm sure Lee will be streaming it. I will be streaming it as well. So join us for that, guys. I would imagine we'll have a few more people on by then because all the American followers will be up and about as well. I'm gonna do a little bit more with this one, I think. No, I'm really in between. I'm going to use the 30. I'm going to hope for a little bit of a roll here. Ah, you see, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. That's going to spin all the way back into the fringe now. That's why I was considering the 35 club. I think I'm going to putt this from here. It's 1 foot uphill. 24 feet. I'll take that. I'll take that. Alright, managed to pull things back to level par. Hole number 7, 360 yards, relatively short par 4. It is downhill as well, so we should be able to get some decent distance down this fairway, provided I can hit it nice and straight. Like that. Which should leave me with a nice little chip shot, or I should say a pitch shot into this green. 59 yards, probably playing around about 55, 56 yards. I might see if we can get some rollout with this. I've got to be a little bit careful because of that slope that just sits in front of the pin, pushing this ball to the right. So that is a little bit of wind, a little bit of slope here where the ball is lying. Let's move that over a smidge, not a lot. Take a little bit of loft off of this, or add some extra loft just to try and get it to bite. Slow on the downswing, but I'm hoping it's not going to have too much of an impact. It's not quite going to get up that slope. Yeah, cheers, Lee. I was pretty pleased with that putt as well. Anything from off the green, if it drains. The benefit of those is that it's uphill, so even if it is a little fast, it's going to slow up quite quickly. I think if it was downhill, I'd be a little bit more reluctant to putt the ball, because if you don't get the speed right, as you well know, it can roll a million miles past the hole. I thought that was going to be another one. It was very, very similar. Uphill, swinging left to right. That's going to be a tap in for a par. Alright, level through 7. Hole number 8, par 4, 463. Playing 428, slightly uphill. Looks like we're playing to an uphill lie as well. So I want to try and keep this in the fairway. Wind should bring that back into the middle. Yeah, it is uphill lie, so it's going to slow up fairly quickly. 280 yards. Nice to see slower greens for a change. Playing on TGC Tours and everything seems to be 187. Yeah, it is nice. And Darren, I completely agree with you there. It seems like the creators just saw that as standard. Let's just make everything 187. Let's try and increase the difficulty of the course by making the greens extremely fast. But you know, this course is challenging in itself. I mean, I know the wind adds that extra element, but you don't have to make them super fast in order to make them difficult. And I think that's a very good point, well made. A little bit fast on the backswing. It's going to take a little bit of distance out of this, and that is going to be the difference between hitting the green and not hitting the green. Yeah, I mean, Lee, for those of you that can't see the comments, Lee has just written, if we can get 4 players for Rory, we can play alternate shots. So if there's anybody out there that is watching at the moment or sees this video on YouTube and wants to join Lee and I later for some alternate shots, if we get 4 players, we will do that. We are going to be playing Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, and we'll be on at 5 PM GMT. So that's 5 PM UK time. Not sure what that is, East Coast, West Coast, Central in the States, but just jump on and join us later. Get some rollout. Oh, excuse me, guys. Got a real tickle in my throat this morning. Lee, if you want to message Phil, drop him a message either on PS4 or on YouTube and ask him whether he's keen to join us. Then that'd be good. That'd be 3. Armchair Revolutionary. We are playing on PS4. Yes. So if you'd like to join us, then feel free to do so. So in between me choking to death there, I managed to pick up a par. So we are on to the, I believe this is the 9th. It is the 9th. Still level par. 150 yards, 26 feet. So that is pretty much going to be bang on the money. It may come up a little shy of this shot. I'll do. It looks like I've left myself with an uphill putt. Yep, uphill again. 1 foot uphill, 28 feet. Left to right. Slope's right in the middle, so that'll take some sting out of the putt. There's the slope. Distance was almost perfect. May have come up a little short, even if I was online. Yeah, Armchair Revolutionary. I'm in exactly the same boat as you. I haven't played the game for probably about a year. I need to actually have a look, see whether I've still got it installed on my PS4. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't tend to delete too much. I think it's still there, but I will be checking. I'll make sure I've got it downloaded for 5 PM. Got all day pretty much to do that. 25, so that's playing around about 210. This may come up short, but if we get a good bounce and a good roll, it may get there. Let's see. Little short, but it's also got that tiny little slope just before the green, which took the sting right out of the shot. Bit too fierce. Bit too fierce. Tap in for the par. I think we're still level par at the moment. That was hole number 10, I believe. 11. 10. Yeah, not a great deal going on there. Birdie on the first, but then a shocking double bogey on that par 3 second. Then got back to level pegging halfway through the front 9, and then haven't done an awful lot since. Got the wind behind on this hole, so let's see if we can make a headway. It is a long hole, but it is downhill, so hopefully we can get a good strike on this. Get it 300 yards plus. Yeah, good strike, nice and straight. Almost 330. So, yeah, all good. 162, 158, 159. With the wind behind, let's see if this can push this ball up onto the green. Hit that nice and straight. Has it got the legs though? It's going to hit the front. Yep, that'll do. Is this going to be the hole where we actually get back under par? Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Right, so still at level par. The bogey-free round went out the window on hole number 2, because that is always my aim. But that is not going to happen. Now it's just about trying to finish under par. I think I saw this was a par 5. Yeah, par 5. Still got a long way to go though. Big bunker complex though. That's almost like a Zen garden there with the little bridges in between. I expect to see lines in the bunkers where it's been raked like a Zen garden. Right, just trying to keep this in the fairway because we've got the slope going from right to left. This slope down here is also right to left, so I've got to be a bit careful. That sounded nice. Let's see if it worked out nice. It's trickling down to the left-hand side, and that's exactly why I aimed on the far right-hand side of that fairway. It was always going to be moving from right to left, and then when it hit the deck, it was going to move to the left as well. That's left me with 54 yards. See if we can get this to check up. Slow on the downswing, that's going to affect the distance, but it should stop nicely, and this could be the hole where we end up going back under par. Yep, there we go, birdie in the bag, back under par, hole number 12. Ooh, how much of that fairway do we want to take on? 7 mile an hour wind. I seem to hit a very shallow stroke there, and that's exactly what happened. I didn't take a full swing there. That was really strange. I was conscious of the fact that I was going to try and get that over the bunker or over that rough, and I just pulled out of that stroke way too quickly. I'm not going to be able to hit the green here, so I'm just going to take my medicine, get this out back onto the fairway hopefully. Ooh, no, get a good bounce. No, that is not good. Right, so now we are going to be struggling. We are going to be struggling to get par now. Alright, so I've got that for par. It's going to be about 20 feet. I was going to say 20 feet, and it is bang on 20 feet. Putts moving both ways. Turn. Yes, I'll take that for a par putt. Wow. Not a great hole, but managed to salvage a par there. Right, par 4. Let's see if we can keep this one in the short stuff. That's better. Didn't think about that one too much. Straight back, straight forward. Bang, in the middle of the fairway. Oh, there's quite a wicked slope there. This course is Jacob Kessler's course. 186, 183 into a 10-mile-an-hour wind. That is pretty much bang on the yardage, I think. Oh, I'll be streaming the round, David. I'm sure Lee will probably be streaming as well. So feel free to tune into either channel because, streaming it will be on YouTube afterwards as well. So I'm pretty sure that both of us will be streaming that later. Alright, so that's a hole well played after really scrambling a par on the previous one. Now gone to 2 under par. Better back 9 than a front 9. See if we can keep it going, get a couple more birdies in here, that'd be nice. Couldn't have placed that much better. It's given me a good angle at the flag. Is that sitting? Yeah, it's sitting in a little tight bowl. You can see the ridge running around the back here. See this yellow line? So provided we can keep this short, which is difficult with the pin in the front of the green, provided I can keep this short, that's a par 5 as well. So I need a good run with this shot. I need this ball to have a really good bounce and a good run. I think it's going to come up shy though. Just a little bit shy. Well, let's see if we can, it'd be nice to chip one in. Ooh, that was close. That was close. That should be, I think that's another birdie. I think this was a par 5. Went for green in 2, came up a little short, chipped on for the eagle, yep, and in for the birdie. So we've got a par 3 and a couple of par 4s to finish. So I've just noticed that the stroke index, even though it's showing stroke indexes on the course, this course is yet to be handicap rated, so they are not true reflections of what the stroke indexes will be. Right, 150, 147, it's probably playing about 145. Slight wind behind. It's not going to get too much of a bounce, being a lofted club. It rolled on a little bit. That wind had more of an effect than I thought it was, because that pitched right next to the flag. You should be able to. Yeah, there we go. You can see the pitch mark just left of the flagstick there. Slightly downhill, so we don't want to run this too far past the hole if possible. That's in for the par. Right, 2 holes to play. Thoroughly enjoyed this course though. It's really, really enjoyable. Plays very much like a real course. I wouldn't know whether it plays like a course in Japan, because I have no idea what Japanese courses are like. You know, whether they're any different to any other golf course throughout the world. But I mean, I say that, but if you look at a course here in the UK, they are set up very differently to courses in the United States. So, you know, there is differences from continent to continent. So it may very well be that Japanese courses are set up differently to US and European courses. Alright, gave myself the shortest route in there. $130. Right, let's see if we can get this close. Normally when I say that, I end up hitting a slow or a fast. No, it looks alright. May have pulled it a little. Yeah, pulled it a little. Yeah, I hear you, Armchair Revolutionary. He's written there, it would have been more like a Japanese course if it had a mountain backdrop. Yes, something like Mount Fuji in the background. Some kind of identifier. I think they do one in Rory. I can't remember what it's called. And they have all of those sort of red archway. I don't know what they're called. Forgive me. I have no idea what they're called. Those sort of red archway. Those sort of oriental... features that you have in those Japanese gardens. Alright, in for a par. I think I've got one more. Emerald Dragon, that's the one I'm thinking of. Emerald Dragon. That's a nice little touch. Oh, look at that. When you zoom out, the colour disappears. The red dot in the Japanese flag just completely disappears. That is bizarre. 355 uphill. We have the 3 wood in hand. Probably a good choice. And I've hit a fast there, but I think I'm going to get away with it because this is a nice wide bit of fairway. Pagodas. Are they pagodas? I thought pagodas were like the little houses. Right, 30 feet. So that's going to be 135. Got the wind behind, so it's definitely the club. Bite. Yeah. It's always nice to finish with a birdie. Alright, so I think that's 3 under par. Is it 3 under par? 4 under par. 4 under par 68. Pretty pleased with that. Love that course. Really good. If you want to check out a good course, be sure to play this one. I am going to be going through the design challenge series courses that were supplied to me by Daren Fairhurst. So be sure to check back to the channel. I'll probably do some of them live. I'll do some of them offline. But thank you to everybody that jumped in to the live stream. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this early here in the UK on a bank holiday Monday morning. For those of you that have watched this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching after the fact, if you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button, give this video a like. It's always appreciated. Drop some comments in the box below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. For those of you that are watching live and you want to tune back in later, myself, early 1981, and whoever else is interested in playing in the 4-ball, we are going to be playing a alternate shot 4-ball on Rory McIlroy PGA Tour at 5 PM today. And the date is, I have no idea what the date is today. What is the date, guys? It is Monday the 7th of May. So if you're watching this today, and I'll try and get this video up fairly shortly, and you want to join in, then tune in a little bit later. If you just want to watch, then myself and Lee will probably both be live streaming, so you'll be able to catch that video on one of our channels live and also after the fact. But we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye now.